complete one round tonight. We have 2 rooms to do, and then I think a lot of story to go through, and we should have an ending. Hey, Seishi, welcome! I just realized I forgot to finish the VOD last time because I fell asleep watching it. Okay, let's see. What do you need to know? What do I need to catch you up on? Last time we went through. We started out in the operating room, right? Did the mannequin puzzle. We had a conversation with Clover about how she's very sad. I froze. I'm fine on my end. We had a conversation with Clover about how she's sad that her brother might be dead. She talked about what the experiments that happened on the ship 9 years ago. Very vaguely, we learned some theories about, like, I don't remember what it's called, but the thing about the sock. Seishi, I think you were there for that, the sock thing. Then we left. We met up with Ace and the others again. We, like, did a whole loop through. Then we, I think, had an argument. Like, everybody's always just arguing. Can you catch me up on everything? You've never seen this game. Ooh, boy, a spell. That would be a ride. Okay, let's see. What do we know? We play as Junpei. We are a college student. We were kidnapped and we were, like, knocked out with gas. Sorry, I'm taking the wrapper off this thing. It keeps stabbing me in the face. We were gassed, kidnapped, and put on this ship that is the sister ship to the Titanic, named the Gigantic. So it's like a replica almost. We were put on the ship with 8 other people for a total of 9 people by this mastermind named Zero. So it's kind of like Saw, if you've ever seen the Saw movies. We were put on this ship by Zero, and Zero explained that we would all have to work together to get off of the ship before it sank using these bracelets that we had on our arms. So everybody had a bracelet numbers 1 through 9. We're number 5. And the other ones are Ace is number 1, Snake is number 2, Santa is number 3. Who's 4? Clover is number 4. There we go. Clover is number 4. Junpei, us, 5. June is 6. 7 is 7. He, very original. 8 is Lotus. And 9 is dead. He died. He died, like, in the first 5 minutes. So somebody please tell Cookie we're just doing a recap and for her not to panic. So it's these 9 people. The 9th guy died because he didn't play by the rules. The rules are there are these numbered doors, and to go through a numbered door you have to make the digital route, which basically says, like, the other rule is only 3 to 5 people can go through. So let's say you take numbers, 1, 2, and 3. Their digital route would be 1 plus 2 plus 3, so it would be a total of 6, right? So the digital route is 6. If you do a digital route and it's like, 7, 8, 9 or whatever, and it ends up as a number in the teens, don't laugh at me, but I can't add those in my head. So 7 plus 8 plus 9 would be 24, so it's a double-digit number, so then you have to add those 2 digits together. So you have to add 2 and 4, and then that's 6. So that's how digital routes work. So to go through a numbered door, you have to have people, 3 to 5 people, make the digital route that's on the door, and the doors are numbered 1 through 9 as well. We're playing all these games called the Nonary games. Ha ha ha. Known means 9. Anyway. So, we've made it through a couple of the doors. Everybody's looking for the door that has 9 because that's, like, the actual escape. Number 9 is dead because he went through a door without anybody else. And everybody has bombs inside of them, and if you don't play by the rules, the bombs will detonate. So, yeah. Snake is dead. We found his body as well, and that's Clover's brother, so she's very distressed that that her brother is dead. What else do we know? We learned about a concept called Ice 9, and it's this chemical that it freezes and then doesn't melt until, like, some ridiculous degrees Celsius, right? So it's this ice that doesn't melt, essentially. And supposedly there was this Egyptian mummy on the Titanic named Alice who had this ice 9 stuff that was preserving her body. So she just never unfroze. She was just this frozen, beautiful, I think they said she was a priestess, Egyptian priestess. And her name was Alice, or All Ice. Haha. Let's see, what else? There was a concept about using psychic powers through invisible fields. Like, all humans have this ability to pass thoughts through this invisible field. That was a concept that we learned. I'm doing well, Paladin. How are you? Also, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm doing a recap for Spell and anybody else who has fallen behind on VODs or, needs a refresher, myself included. But the last episode, though, you're on mobile, you hate your life. Cookie, you didn't miss anything. I'm just doing a recap, general overall recap for anybody who needs it. So the last episode, though, we met up with the whole group again. We branched off. We went through door 1 with Ace and Clover. So it's just the 3 of us. And we stopped once we got to the chart room. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There was an Egyptian mummy named Alice on the Titanic. Certainly not something I hear every day. Yes, it's very elaborate. It's very story-driven. It's very, convoluted almost, I want to say. There are these puzzle things in between the story bits. And they're very good puzzles, so. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Oh,
this is Ace.
Might I take a look at it?
Sure, Ace. You do that. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Yes, it's very conspiracy theory, too. You have to, throw away your logical hat a little bit. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the 2 of you. Is there a problem?
No.
Well, not a problem, but...
That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason.
Oh, yeah. We want to get Clover alone because she started to tell us a story about something that had happened 9 years ago on this ship, the Gigantic. And we got interrupted, so we're trying to get her alone because she only wants to tell us.
I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back, quick. He has to leave.
I don't think Clover will talk at all now that she knows that her brother is dead. Mix of Egyptian mummy, Titanic, the name Alice, is what got me in that line. Yeah. Ace opened his mouth, then he took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
Oh, I see.
He looked Junpei over. Then he glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion.
Yeah, quit cock blocking me.
Well, best of luck.
Just kidding. Junpei loves June. They're childhood friends, and she is best girl. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. He took my watch, though. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. Hey, girl. She heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that?
She was clearly suspicious and with good reason.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Junpei's eyes widened, and he held his hands in the gesture of innocence.
Oh, no, it's not like that.
Cookie, thank you for being Fizz. Spell, since you haven't been here, Lotus wears very little clothing, and she has very generous assets, and Fizz seems to think Lotus is best girl.
What's it like, then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible.
Sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah, see, I told you she's not gonna fucking talk. She has ample proportions. She's not a redhead. She has black hair. Hopefully we'll get to see her soon, so you know what I'm talking about. She looks like a belly dancer, would probably be the best way to describe it. Fizz, thank you for gifting a sub to Spell. Spell, welcome to the Miro Superheroes yet again. I'm pretty sure you've been a superhero. Thank you, Fizz, for gifting a sub to Spell. Spell, you now have the emote, and you're going to get your little sub badge barrel. Black is on the same level for me. Well, perfect then. Enjoy that emote. Fizz gifted you a sub, Spell. Throw hearts around.
I'm just
while we
not
try to
in
get
the
this
mood,
girl to
okay?
talk.
You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother.
He's a meat puddle. Just get over
I
it.
can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So...
Throws hearts around. Hooray! He likes redheads and black-haired girls best. Oh, and the brunettes and the blondes and the other hair colors. Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips from where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Fizz, the 12 hours of Christmas is going to be the 22nd. That's what we're calling binge day this time. Because instead of 2 games that I can complete in a decent amount of time, we're doing Destiny 2 and Borderlands 2, and I'll just be playing 12 hours of one of those games. I'm streaming until Christmas starting now. Good God, no please. It's gonna be on the 22nd though. Okay. I was gonna tell you that this doesn't necessarily have to be me playing Destiny 2 with you. We could do it that way, or we could also just have a private Destiny one if you didn't want me to stream it. Still up to you. But yes, if you want to join in on that session and call it that, then, you know, whatever. No cop-outs. Okay. By the way, for all the heart emotes I've seen on Twitch, this one is still my favorite. It has nice depth to it, really cool effect. Thank you, Spell. I love seeing my emote like in other people's Discords or in other channels and stuff like that. It warms my heart. It's just the best to see it floating around. I'm glad it can like spread love because that's what its job is. Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped.
Well,
this is
what
Snake.
Seven said
He's
was
dead.
right. Then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors. And if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
Yes, Paladin. It does warm your heart. That radioactive goop will get ya.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake?
Also, guys, I forgot. Can I get some love in chat? Because Cookie finished her paper. Let's all celebrate that.
Well, really,
While we
who
talk
and
about
who,
murdering
or
this guy.
Who, and who?
Who, or who and who. Or who, and who. There could potentially be 2 to 4 murderers, I think. Finish paper, woo! The 22nd is some dumbass sporting event. Uh-oh. That I paid to procure tickets. Is that like the Super Bowl or something stupid? That's okay though. We can do it another day if it ends up being Destiny. Oh, a hockey game. Oh, hockey's so much cooler. There's like blood. Is it worth it more than a Miro stream? Wouldn't pay for Super Bowl tickets? Yeah, okay. Alright.
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Good, because that would be ridiculous. Super Bowl tickets are gotta be, what are they, like, hundreds of dollars?
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know.
Blood is worth it? Yeah, blood for the hockey game is worth it. Tens of thousands. Oh dear. Okay. Screw that.
That
Nobody needs that.
doesn't seem very likely.
Some are thousands? That's ridiculous.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms and thought. Snake's bracelet was number 2, which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give the digital root of 3. Oh, fuck me. They're gonna add... Really? Oh my god. Why? Okay. Alright, time to do some math. You got blank plus 2 is 3. There's a limited amount of tickets available for sale. The rest go to other organizations that use them to give away at charities and things like that. Oh, I see. A Blood Bowl match. What is Blood Bowl? Algebra stream. Kill me. Alright, so Ace and Santa would be 1, 1, and 3, right? 1, 3. That would be 4, 5, 6. That's not it. Next is Ace and June. That's 1 and 4. That's 5, 6, 7. So that's not it. Ace and 7. 8, 9, 10, 1. So that's not it. Ace and Lotus. 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2. That's not it. Santa and June. That would be 3 and 4. 7, 8, 9. That's not it. The Blood Bowl. A fantasy American hand egg? What does that mean? Hey, Barb, welcome. You're just in time for math. Okay, Santa and June. Santa and 7. 8, 9, 10, 12, 12. So that one would work. Starting to lose track of where I was. That would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. So that's not it. 4 and 7 would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. 4 and 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5. And then 7 and Lotus. I hate 7s and 8s. For whatever reason, my mind like checked out when that was a lesson. Alright. So this is the only one it could be.
Would it be Santa and 7?
Yes, sir. That's the only one that works.
The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
Dun dun dun.
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei and looked back at her. Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it.
Well, I thought about it.
He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there.
Super Australian.
Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people?
Yes.
I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Yeah, here.
Girl's about to draw us up a thing. Junpei pulled out his pen and a pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened up the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8 which provided a digital root of 3. So 8 groups of people that made 3. I'm not reading all that. You guys, it's right there on the stupid piece of paper.
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Lurka Durka perk. The fuck? It keeps getting worse. Oh, that's unlurk. Unlurk a Durka perk. Welcome back, Squid. Giving me a stroke.
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
You can
Really?
trust us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally trustworthy.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H. right?
Yeah. Whoa. Calling people mate? That's, Australian? Australian. Oh, that hurt a bit.
Of course. Just cross them out.
I'm surprised Twitch accepted that as text.
And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
Ace, Santa, and June, or Ace, Santa, Seven, and Lotus. Literally everybody is in cahoots in that one.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
No.
I bet my life on it.
I'm super happy it did. I also am happy that it did.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
Literally
E.
everyone. Everybody else.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Yes and no.
You do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together,
Welcome back, Cookie.
they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
I want you guys to think about something for a minute. Very important question. How long do you think it takes Clover to brush her hair? She's got like a lot of hair. Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only had to look at her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. Like 2? What is that? What is that scale? Like 2 hours? 2 minutes? She doesn't. She brushes her hair. Okay, alright, we're going with the consensus that she just leaves at a rat's nest. Maybe there's an animal in there. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking fiercely to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
Oh.
2 birds that live in her hair and keep it preened. Oh man, she's a Disney princess.
I see. Anyway, I understand now.
Those aren't earmuffs, that's a straight up snow leopard in there.
It seems pretty unlikely that
That'd
it
be
was as many
incredible.
as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and Seven.
We'd really like to know who did Clover's design though, and was like, you know what this girl needs? Leopard print earmuffs. Like, where does that even pop in the design process?
That's how it looks.
I like her pom-poms though, her little balls on her jacket though.
But why would they do it?
There was a moment of
Their
silence.
motive.
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was so close to the answer. Fucking Ace, you piece of shit. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. Get the fuck out. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke.
Have I interrupted something?
Yes. Leave.
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
No. He turned on his heel and walked back towards the wheelhouse.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace. Keeping your balls on your jacket sounds like a great way to have
What
a
did
chat
you
with
wanna talk about?
HR. Oh, man. Ace looked at Junpei and smiled, perhaps more of a smirk than a smile.
There was something I wanted to check.
Yeah?
If you'll excuse me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of
Hey,
Junpei's
what
vest.
the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
He's raping us. Rip spot, kitty. Curiosity killed the cat. He went to investigate the hair storm, and he stayed entangled for all eternity. The storm of hairs? I like hair storm better, almost. He's robbing us. It was already too late. In the older man's hand was the piece of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought.
Boy, you should have eaten that piece of paper.
What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket?
Just like make a spitball just on a wall or something.
You switched them, didn't you, when we voted?
Nobody will want to touch that.
Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for
I
it.
do. I also hate you because you interrupted my conversation again. Ace smiled and gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder and then turned on his heel and left. Okay, bye. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
He got us. Oh, I guess now we live in here? Well, there's where the pocket watch goes. Looks like this is the only exit. Oh, did he give us the pocket watch back? Looks like some sort of lock. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Huh? The shape. Maybe. It does look like the pocket watch would fit there. Nothing. Imagine that pocket watch is intended to go there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Okay. Okay. What about Clover, though? Where'd that girl go? Clover? Okay. Wooden box. Maybe a case of letters? Hey, Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. Alright, she's not talking to us ever again. Shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in the blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh? Ship's log, huh? New material has been added to the file screen. None of these other doors? The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. Right drawer. Nothing. Okay. A chair. Clover isn't very talkative. She looks kind of out of it. Is she thinking about Snake? Probably. What is this? Stack of nautical charts. So nautical. I don't know fuck all about a ship. God, if I was put on a ship, I would not know the first thing about, like, navigating. I don't think I even know star patterns enough. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. That's great. That means there's less pieces to deal with. How is that not good? There's another room on the other side of the window. Are those moles or scars on her cheek? On Clover's cheek? You know, I'm not actually sure. Hold on. I might have something that can help us answer this, though. Oh, not if I spell it wrong, though. Images. Well, never mind. That didn't help at all. Maybe it's face paint. It could be face paint. He did not take me on the boating adventure. There also was no actual boating adventure. I like how many people actually bought into that. Weren't you and Sneezeboy just out for— we were not on a boat. We never went on a boat. How lucky would a 24-hour clock in Hex be? Oh my god. How fucky. How fucky. Not lucky. Very fucky. Please, never. They're little indents for the hair bird babies. Yes, they live in her cheek. That sounds messed up. The helm. Steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. Thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship has stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know. Still. Compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. Broken compass doesn't look very useful. Okay. Well, we got our charts, though. We got those charts. So. Let us... not map file. We want this one. The ship's log. Ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we're headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and now we're heading due north. Soon we will dock at the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Well, that sounds important. Let's break out a new sticky note. Soon leave our journey. After leaving, we went south and then west. Then we went southwest and then northwest. Then east, north, and that's it. Okay. Well, we have some directions. for whatever good that does us. Never mind on cheek indents. Veering into trypophobia territory? Yes, it is. So let us, I guess, search this. Medical pop watch with a spring. It appears to not be working. The hands have stopped at 5 minutes. Oopsie. Turning the object something. It's probably broken. Looks though you can move the hands though. 5. Okay. We search this. Nautical charts. Several points on the map connected by a line. There seems to be several maps here. They're clipped together on one side. Combine. Because that will definitely do something. Just kidding. There's really nothing else here. I don't know. Oh wait, maybe the... She's not really paying attention to anything, is she? Her mind must be somewhere else. There's this fucking map. That might be helpful. Spell, thank you for the host. Someone has this here. That can make life interesting for sure. The host button? Is that what you mean? It's a world map of the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There's a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe they match up to the pins or something. Let's see. Oh, what do you know? It looks like this one's a match to the pins. Okay, we've got 7 locations connected by straight lines. And each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. Alright. Oops, no. We did it. It shows the directions southwest, southwest, northwest, east, northwest, and straight. Okay, we didn't have straight. And full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Oh, the phobia. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. A light. Looks kind of like a wilted flower. Very important detail. Can we perhaps... Broken compass. Yeah, but like use the thing on it. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do with this pocket watch boy? Oh my god, there's a whole side of the room I didn't even click on. Okay. Oh. An engine order telegraph. They use these on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship, like a gear shift in a car. Well, it's a little different. The device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. The handle on the top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. Oh, that's right, there isn't. It looks as if it's been deliberately removed. Who the fuck took my handle? Steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like this steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move the wheel, the compass also moves. What do you think it means? This ship, it's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Oh boy. South. Whee! I would be the worst. Ship captain. South? West. How do we go southwest? Was I supposed to start going right, or was I supposed to start going left? I figured I was just supposed to alternate. We're going southwest. We're taking the long way, just in case it matters. Boop. Southwest. Northwest. I'm hoping it works kind of like a locker combination. I don't know. I've never used a compass in my life. Northwest. East. East. Oh no! It didn't stop. Oh no. Now we've ruined it. It borked. Human hammer. They were often used to subdue large men like 7. What? It was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. Aw, that was rather cruel. Sorry, Ace. Steering wheel, steering wheel. Okay, alright. Let's try this again. South. We're gonna get us a stop this time. West. Southwest. Stop! For fuck's sake. Why does it do this to me? Yeah, I know nothing is happening. I know. Whee! Imagine that's how pets' thinking process looks like when they chase their tail. Just this. This is their inner hamster. I can see that. South. West. Okay. Southwest. Northwest. East. I see what's happening now. When I hit stop, it just goes to like the next closest one. What the? The handle came off. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? Alright, we got the handle. If I would go past it, then it would ruin it. I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits. Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine and order the telegraph. Let's give it a shot. That was... Oh boy. Full. Half. A slow. Full. A dead. And a stop. Nothing's happening. Take a look over there, the door to the chart room. What? This door? Or no? You said, oh, wait, something was up there on the wall. I didn't mean to. Cookie, you headed out? Okay, happy lurking. Thank you for continuing to lurk. This is what he means. There's something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There's only stuff displayed on the left side. What the hell is this? Names of ports in the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight, XX at time. Like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like there are names of all the ports along the ship's route. But there's only one line that shows the arrival time. Ah, it's the time at the bottom, right? 47 seconds, 25 minutes past 7 o'clock. Oh, Jesus. So 7, 25, 47. Perhaps that's the arrival time? So... Why can't... Fine. Or perhaps Ace suddenly went to Junpei. Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. He just pickpocketed me. Always lurking. Tiny Miro in Pet's head just goes, oh, what the hell, let's spin it. Whee! You're looking because you're knitting, so my hands are busy. That's totally fine, Barb. What are you knitting? Is it like a Christmas present? A Christmas scarf? That's like the only thing I'd probably be able to knit, is like something straight and flat. What the hell are you doing? Just trust me. Should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you didn't need to look so smug about it. I took it and looked at the needle. Then 47 seconds, 25 minutes past 7 o'clock. So you changed it to match the final arrival time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. You got it, boy. Christmas present for me? Mystery mittens? That sounds exciting. I hope that there will be pictures in Julie's art channel. Looks like some sort of lock. It's got a weird indentation. Put the pocket watch in there. Huh? That's strange. Nothing's happening. Perhaps we set it to the wrong time? Well, the arrival board had the time for the final destination, and we set the hands on the watch to that time, so... Are you saying that the arrival board had the wrong time? Yeah, I think it might. I think we need to figure out how to get it to show the right one. Ah, balls. That means we fudged this up. This thingy. This room is just like the other one. Metal plates bolted over the windows. Heck, not just bolted. They've been welded on. No way in hell these are going to come off anytime soon. What, Seishi? What am I guessing? I will post. Yes. Yes, please. Alright, then let's give this another shot. Okay, it said... Hold on, wait. It said... Nope, not that one. Full, half, slow, full, half dead, stop. Full, half, slow, full, half dead, stop. You helped package my order today. That's exciting. I did get the email saying it was shipped, and I'm super excited. Thank you for helping package it. I heard that there's a special present in there from you to me, and I'm very excited. Okay, full. Half. Slow. Full. There's no half dead, right? So maybe this dead slow instead? That's not an option. Maybe. Yeah, she's sending me blood bags. Okay. Only half of it's on this time. The last line, it says an estimated arrival time at the final destination is 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Okay, that would mean... Let's try that, then. I see. Good work, Junpei. You're a sharp one. Did you match the hands on the watch like I did earlier, didn't you? Said it. Yes, I did that. Surely you know what happens next. Yes, I do. I do. I don't understand, though. I did the exact same thing as last time, so that's weird. Let's see if this works. Hey! It says open now. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover! Get in here, girl. What? Look, we've unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. Poor sad bean. Special blood. Christmas blood. Oh my goodness. Is it like full? Is it Santa's blood? Is it full of sparkles?
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one.
They found themselves in a small space outside the wheelhouse. On their left was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go.
Frozen Santa blood? Oh my god. What a treat. Alright, I don't need that sticking out anymore. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. Smells like peppermint? Santa, what you been eating? It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
That's a telegraph? Morse code machine. I don't remember what they're called. Smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Yes. A telegraph key.
I see.
These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago.
That's kind of right. She killed Santa kids. Christmas canceled. Oh no. You never said, oh my god, Seishi, that's so messed up. He's just draining in the basement. It's fine. He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
From across the room from the door they had entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plate was nailed to it. It read,
Captain's quarters.
Captain's
That's what it
quarters.
says.
Then, do you think...
I'm the captain. That sounds so bad. You started it. Actually, maybe I started it. I'm not sure who started it. Gotta control the supply. Oh my god. Actually, say she just gets it through donations that Santa makes to the blood bank. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected.
We won't know if we don't open it.
Do it. She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw, dead, was a man on the floor covered in blood. Junpei felt his body seize up and his mouth went dry. He felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins had slowed to a crawl and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
This was the third time they had seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he began to accept whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him was beyond his control, and that whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination that he could not hope to match.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness and desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body like acid.
No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive.
Maybe he's just sleeping in a puddle of his own blood. Yep. Seishi, is this your doing? Fueled by the spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. No, he's super dead. When he touched his hand to his neck, no pulse. His pupils had dilated, but he wasn't breathing.
Oh, he's dead.
Rip, Captain.
Damn. If only we knew how it happened.
Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound in his chest.
Wounds. I wonder what killed him.
Just a very long nap. Junpei did not have to wonder long.
It must have been this.
Lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. For the shape of the man's wound, there could have been no doubt that it was made by the axe. He died happy? This guy or Santa? You'd never wake up. I'm very good at what I do. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing... Alright. It was wearing the clothes of the ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
His clothes? A captain?
Wait. How many stripes is a captain? Because I remember they got on Captain Crunch's ass for this shit. Captain stripes. Captain stripes. Okay, he has the 4. He's officially the captain. Apparently Captain Crunch only has 3 stripes, and that's like a sergeant or an admiral or something. People got very sassy about it. Oh, yes, you don't wake up until you're out of the basement.
Does that mean this guy was 0?
On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was...
Bracelet 0.
0. It was only then that Junpei noticed the stench of blood had filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it was a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright. We found patient 0. Dead man 0. Captain 0. Captain dead man. The dead man's captain. Okay. Oh, we got a bloody chair. That's good shit. There's blood on the chair. Do you think this is where the dead guy is? Yeah, probably. Got a video camera. A camcorder. It looks like it's pointed at the door. Well, the power's on. Why would you want to videotape the door? A little rectangular hole. I think it's a keyhole of some sort. With the right key, I should be able to unlock it. It's a metal plaque on the door, but it doesn't say anything. There's a lamp with a shade on the table, and there's something else, something metal. Looks like a music box. Well, we're taking that shit. It's one of those old music boxes. How about we wind it up? My jam. Why does it sound like that? Is it broken? The pins on the cylinder are shaped weird. I don't think those are pins. It looks like someone put something else on top of it. I think we're going to have to take it apart and figure out what's going on, don't you? Alright, we can take it apart. A bed. There's nothing in it. What about my butt? Can I put my butt in it? They look like batteries. There's a cable running from them to the monitors. What's the deal with this? Is it some sort of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They start with 0 and end with 8FNV respectively. Maybe it has something to do with the number bases. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Wait, that's not even remotely close to the buttons I wanted to click. Good job, brain. It's base 10. 10 and base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal, therefore. Oh, is it just translating them? It's just showing the rules for it. It's going through base 10. No, that's base 9, technically. Base. What is it doing? Okay. It's time for more hexadecimal. Good thing I learned how to do it. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switched between the screens. How do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? Like this one. Uh-oh. Well, I guess it does change the... What the hell is this? 0. Good job. There's nothing on the monitor, just static. Hey, isn't this the door of the screen right behind us? You're right. So whatever the camera sees is sent to the screen in real time. I wonder if it means something, you know?
Huh.
Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each that spelled out 0. Hexadecimal is the best reboot villain? Hexamole is the best Pokemon? Yeah, I caught a Hexamole the other day.
It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded. It seemed she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain that she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised that she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured towards the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really 0?
Could it be the real 0?
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? 0 is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be 0.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell 0 on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a 0 on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is 0 right here. This dead body is 0. Isn't that kind of fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
Totes 0.
No, that's not the point. So I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work. Which makes me wonder...
Oh, he's not gonna finish his sentence? Did anybody else hear him finish his sentence? Which makes me wonder, why did they do it?
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this.
Alright, cool. Didn't finish. I thought maybe I like blanked out there for a minute. Had a stroke.
Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was 0, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a 0 bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, I did it!
I did it, right here. He was just stopping for a dramatic... Paladin, I see what you did there. It's bothering you? Yeah,
anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything 0 is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was 0 and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers. This isn't 0.
Yeah, 0 is the number of the killer. Like the big saw dude who orchestrated this whole thing called himself 0.
Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me.
Junpei bent down next to the corpse.
Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
Junpei sat back on his haunches and thought.
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
Where did Ace go? The fuck? He's been popping in whenever he feels like it, and now he's just gone?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Clover didn't move.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
Junpei had no choice but to move the body on his own. If Junpei were in the room with June right now, he'd be like, no, don't look. Don't spare your poor innocent eyeballs. But Clover, he's like, you've already seen your brother mince meat. Help me move this dead body. He like, gives no shits. Poor girl. He grabbed a hold of the area not completely covered in blood and shoved. For a moment, it took a moment, but eventually Junpei felt the man's bulk begin to shift. Just as he did, something fell. The man's left wrist. Oh.
Hey, it's the
bracelet with the 0 on the face. He don't care about Clover. Clover isn't Bay, apparently.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship.
Is Clover your permanent companion, or are you switching back and forth between people whom you're exploring the ship? You switch back and forth based on like what door you choose to go through, because you have to be grouped with the people that make the digital route for the door. So we've been with Santa, Lotus, and June. We were with Seven and Clover, and now we're with Ace and Clover. Also, I guess this was kind of an important plot point that I forgot to bring up. Snake, Clover's brother, was blind. He got a letter in Braille at the beginning of this that had extra information that they're reviewing right now. That's why this is in Braille.
Which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the backside of the mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh god.
Junpei stared at the bracelet.
This man, he's dead, isn't he?
No, Junpei. He's just in a coma. Yes, he's dead. We know he's dead. Yes, and Snake is voiced by the guy that plays Molly.
No, it's just, I guess I didn't really think about it until right now.
Was.
If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Junpei has more brain farts in this game than any other character, I swear to God.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen,
Oh my
though.
God, Junpei.
You know?
Just rub it in that our
I mean,
brother's dead.
if there
Jesus
wasn't all
Christ.
this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive. I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he
Just
kind of
doesn't-
has it better, you know?
Just doesn't know when to
Dying
stop.
from a bomb going off inside of you. I mean, that's just...
Junpei is literally talking about how Snake died right now.
Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin. I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something.
Oh my God.
There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm. And,
Suddenly, Junpei realized what he was saying. How could he have been so cruel? He clapped a hand over his mouth. But it was already too late. This poor girl, he just destroyed her. He turned to look at Clover. She was glaring at him furiously.
What did you just say?
I said your brother is dead. Her words sounded cold. He knew an apology could hardly atone for what he had done, but he tried anyway.
oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details.
Clover took a quick, deep breath.
Are you sure it was his left arm?
Junpei thought back.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
pretty
his
sure
body.
it was.
This is his splatter.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Alright, guys. Let's play a game called Why Does It Matter? This part is great. I love this part. This is part of the reason why Snake's death was described in such gruesome detail. We're talking globules of fat sliding down the wall detail. Globules. I still can't get over the fact that I use that word. She shoved her face closer to his. He could see the fire in her eyes. Junpei winced and swallowed. This is his body. This is his splatter.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did. It was pretty bad too. The bone was sticking out of the arm.
No sooner were the words out of his mouth than Clover's expression changed.
Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry
Saying
if
dots.
I said anything.
She's got so many dots. Suddenly she was crying. Junpei wasn't sure what to do.
Thank you.
It was close to the last thing that he had expected to hear. What'd you say, girl?
What are you...
Junpei had no idea what had just happened. He didn't think he'd done anything worthy of thanks, and he couldn't understand why she had chosen that moment to begin crying. So he simply stood there, confused.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Look at all the tears, guys. She thanked him again, and then something even stranger happened. Oh, there are the tears. Clover threw herself into Junpei's surprised arms.
What's going on with you?
Guys, I think I can almost see the animals in there. Almost.
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy.
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his. It isn't my brother.
Huh?
It's not Snake.
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is...
She stopped herself.
Sorry, I really shouldn't be talking about this.
Junpei decided it would be prudent not to press her for any more information. If she did not wish to tell him, she certainly had a reason for doing so. Perhaps more importantly, however, if Clover was so certain, then she was likely right. That meant the body in the shower room wasn't Snake. It wasn't much, but that knowledge lifted some of the weight from Junpei's heart.
He's still alive. I'm so happy.
Pause? Why are we pausing? What you need? Oh, you need to see the snow leopard? Oh no, you see the snow leopard's tail. That's his ear. Also, looking at something earlier, I noticed that Clover must just have a thing for leopard print. It must just be like her favorite print. Girl's got it in the second game. Why are we pausing? Oh my god, you just finished your dramatic pause from 8 years ago. The spots are glowing? I think they have to be face paint. Spoiler, plot twist, Clover's in the second game, and she has a clover on her cheek in that same spot. So I think it's probably just face paint. Maybe they're leopard dots. Maybe she thinks she's part animal. I have no idea. Tears shone in her eyes. Those tears melted Junpei's heart. As she cried, she pushed herself into his chest like a child. Junpei put his arms around her and held tight.
I'm so glad.
Huh?
Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope.
They're bejewels! Oh my god, she bejeweled her face. You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
Hold on. I got this. I bet they describe it on the wiki. Wiki. You gotta say it like you're scrubbing a record. Plot. Okay, I don't give a shit about any of the plot. I want, characters. No, that's VLR. Characters. Clover. Oh, her last name is Field. Her name is literally Cloverfield. What the fuck, guys? Real original. Couldn't have tried harder? Okay. Personality. Background. Do we have appearance anywhere? You need something to help out the cosplays. What? 999 was on iOS at one point? What the shit? That's great. You could play this in your pocket. Oh my god. So many spoilers. What is that? Okay, no. No. I just want to know about her face dots. Dots. She has 3 white dots under her right eye. It is unknown what they are, but it seems Clover enjoys putting stickers on her face. Clover's style in both games is reminiscent of the Gyaru, the popular Japanese fashion. I didn't read the spoilers, alright? There were pictures that were spoilers, but nothing I didn't already know. So, they're dots nobody knows, but people think they might be stickers. So there you go. A secret prequel. No, it's a sequel. Kill her, she's an alien that destroyed the Statue of Liberty? Wow, wouldn't that be a plot twist?
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It's that bookmark. It was a laminated bookmark with a 4-leaf clover.
I only made it here because you gave me this.
I did give that to
I
her.
was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable. But because I had this 4-leaf clover, because of what you said to me...
Yeah.
Junpei hadn't thought his words had had such an effect on her. Her words were making him feel a little awkward. Oh,
So
oh,
much, Junpei.
the prequel to Cloverfield. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. It's been such a long time since I've seen those movies. I really liked, whichever one had the girl in a bunker. I don't remember the name of it. 10 Cloverfield Lane, was that it? 10 Cloverfield Lane, then Boggs says. She looked up at him. He scratched his nose and pretended to notice something interesting somewhere else in the room. Who does that? Who, like... Who does that as emotion?
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Yeah, Cloverfield Lane. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. No, no.
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh.
Dots, 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 dots. Then suddenly, Clover broke away from Junpei.
Huh?
He looked confused. He hadn't thought she'd react that poorly. Clover began to pace around the room. Okay, bye. Oh, now she's over here. Nope. Over here? Yep. Oh! 6 steps to the left, 6 steps to the right, another 6 to the left, and then she stopped.
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Yes. Her eyes were serious, but not
Yeah,
angry.
He did. Did I say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
Subjects?
Girl, what's she talking about?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me.
Dun dun dun. Kids got kidnapped.
But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group. So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out.
Oh no, it's the nose scritches, Seishi. You did it. Junpei held out his hands. He took a deep breath and let it out.
Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on.
Yeah, give me the bullet points, please, boy.
If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Clover nodded.
All right, let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Yes.
Morphogenetic fields.
He did, and the realization sent chills down Junpei's spine.
All right, how
This is
about
Lotus. Spell right here. Here you go. This is Lotus. Look at her belly button.
Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
You're gonna have to practice your technique to being so inconspicuous. It's very simple, Paladin. First step, scratch nose. Second step, don't look people in the eye. Done. Look at all of her lovely accessories. Junpei recounted what Lotus had told him earlier. Clover nodded. Your Team Lotus? Yep, there it is. Team Lotus. Sometimes she moves and they jiggle and it's good.
Well,
It's good
that's
stuff.
not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that
Hashtag
we're
Team
doing
Lotus.
now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
Fighting for your life
The
as
Nonary
children.
Game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Anybody lurking and like not paying attention, pay attention. This shit is like hardcore plot. Junpei grabbed the sides of his head.
But I don't get it. What do the Nonary Game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
Clover bit her lip. She blinked back sudden tears. What had happened to her in Nevada?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the Nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
That's important.
Huh.
Junpei felt a sudden grip of despair on his heart. Something deep and distant and powerful squeezed, and for a moment he felt very, very empty and alone.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
Ace, for the love of fuck all. Hey, Pino, welcome. Weeb game. Oh, yes, you know it. Junpei spun around.
Oh,
Fucking
my
Ace.
apologies. I
Fucking
seem to
Ace.
have disturbed you.
Fucking Ace. You know what you did.
Ace.
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long.
Ace glanced down at the floor. He's still dead. The corpse covered in blood.
At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something?
We'll never know, Cookie.
I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance. Come on. It'll only take a moment.
This boy. With that, he turned and walked back towards the communications office. Clover waited until he was out of sight, then spoke in a small, quiet voice.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Huh?
Well, we kind of got closer. Clover ignored him. From outside, Junpei could hear Ace calling.
Junpei? What are you doing in there? Hurry up.
You don't remember? Cookie. I remember, and it's very sad. Grumbling to himself, Junpei stomped off towards the communications office. Alright, what the fuck do you need? I'm taking this. Wood case with something in it on the table. Small screwdrivers. Well. Alright then, the screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. Alright, we got the cylinder. If I remember right, Cookie, it starts with an N, which isn't going to help you in any capacity. There's something in this drawer. Ink. Okay. Can we open just literally just that drawer? Okay. I am employing this knowing the ending, perhaps even more than watching it the first time. That's why I watched it a second time. Like, not only so I could watch it with Boggs, but also just watching it, like, knowing what you know, you start to think about things and you're like, oh my god, yes. It looks as though this drawer is the only thing that's locked. It did have a keyhole though, an electronic lock perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. Yeah, there's some cables over there. That must mean, okay. We got a magic lock. Hey, what's this? It's blank, there's nothing written on it. Well, I think we're gonna have to skadoodle on it. That's the name for fancy doodling, is a skadoodle. Ace, look, it's a model of a steam train. How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? But that's only if you can remember what you watched. That's true. This is very true. I think when I watched it the second time, I didn't remember as much as I do now, having watched it twice and now played it again. Hey, look, a monkey with glasses. How on earth? Oh, Junpei. Oh, sweet boy. Telegraph key, the machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS earlier, but I doubt it did anything. Zero would never make it that easy. You think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure it actually transmits anything outside the ship. What's all this about? Oh, this is part of the telegraph. Okay. Look, a hook. That wasn't a joke. I know, man. A clock mounted on the wall. The hands aren't moving. Little surprise. The time is wrong then, I suppose. And there's nothing on the back. Alrighty. What can we skadoodle? Can we combine these two? Yeah, and then print it out. Hey! Oh god, what would that even be? Dot 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 dash dash. Dot 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 dot. Dash dot 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 dash. Dash dash dot dot. Does anybody here speak Morse code, or I'm gonna have to translate this? Oh, does anybody use Morse code anymore, I wonder? No surprise, these are all numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 3. All dots is a 5. Dash, dot, 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 dash is, that one's a letter. Dash, and then 3 dots. Dash, and then 3 dots. No, maybe not. I have no idea. I don't know about that one. I'm a professional skedoodler. Yes, yes, yes. The very best that ever was. That one's not a number either. Okay, these last two aren't numbers. Dash, dash, dot, dot would be a letter Z. Great. Z. Fantastic. And then dash, dot, 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 dash. That one doesn't exist. 3 dots isn't a thing. It's still used somewhat. Moose code. Yes, it's moose code. Remember the overall plot, but none of how to solve the puzzles. Yeah, me either. I don't remember these puzzles were the shit. It could be a 7. It could be a 7 plus a 1. It could be a 71. We could look at another chart. Maybe it's on another chart. Maybe that chart's just shit. Nope. I have no idea. Okay, well. Maybe we don't even need it. Maybe these boys will just figure it out for us. Pair of headphones on the desk. Okay, we probably have to put in the code to get it to do the thing. Alright, I've got the most code I'm supposed to enter. If I do something right, something will happen, I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot. What am I... Oh. Oh my god, I literally have to press the thing. Still don't know what that second one means, but, or that third one, but whatever. Excellent work, Junpei. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. Alright, didn't have to know anything about anything anyway. That's fine. We got a book. There's a book in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on A-L-L-I-C-E.
Alice, perhaps?
All ice. Alice. Does this mean...
Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in the file. Oh my god, of course. Each page was covered in strange characters. It looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were so many pages in the file, and each one was filled with these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
Has he never seen hieroglyphics before? He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him.
They're hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course. I can't. What would make you think I could?
Does anybody here read hieroglyphs? Junpei's so smart. He's so smart.
What the hell?
It's like he's, you know, never been to school. Pretty sure. So, okay, fun story, you guys. In 6th grade, we had to do a project on ancient Egypt. And in order to get us to learn about all the different, like, things that went into a funeral ceremony for Egypt, our class literally got to embalm and give a beautiful funeral ceremony to a turkey. Our teacher went and bought like a Thanksgiving turkey at the supermarket, and we as 6th graders embalmed it and gave it a beautiful funeral. That was a fun science class. That was probably one of my favorite teachers too. That shit was so fun. I don't remember anything of what I was supposed to learn, but it was fun. It wasn't just 1 or 2 pages that were covered in strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them.
The whole thing's like that.
Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. Worst Thanksgiving dinner ever? No, it was great. I think it was that same science class that we dissected cow hearts, and I got my finger stuck in the cow aorta, and I like couldn't get it out. It was like a Chinese finger puzzle. Interesting school. It was a very interesting school. And something fell out. What? He bent down to pick it up.
Oh. A key card.
What's up? symbol on it reminded Junpei of the symbols for Saturn and Mercury on the card. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol.
That's the Uranus symbol.
Uranus? Uranus? Isn't it Uranus? Is it really Uranus? Have I been saying it wrong my entire life? Just for the anus joke? The heart didn't want to let go. It didn't. You pronounce it like Ace did. Interesting. Uranus. I think I always said Uranus. It's probably Uranus. It's Uranus? It is Uranus? Let's consult Google. Let's see if it'll say it for us. Okay. A standard way to pronounce it among astronomers is to put emphasis on the first syllable Ur and then say the second part unus. So Uranus. This is the standard literary pronunciation. The more common way people have pronounced it is Uranus, with a raw sounding like Ray. So scientifically it's Uranus, but literally everybody says Uranus. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library then.
Okay, so do you guys remember what the I forget his name, but the crazy guy who bought this ship and then bought Alice's body? Do you remember where he said he put Alice? Where he hid her? He said something about her being at the bottom of what was it? That's not gonna get me there. Damn it. Maybe this one will? Yeah, that'll probably be better. Alice sleeps in the small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. Bottom deck library, anybody? Okay, maybe I was told wrong by my English teacher. Interesting. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily trust Google either, but there's it's here in Uran. What? Uran? Oh, for Uranus. You guys say it Uran. Oh, interesting.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh.
Junpei remembered something he'd heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet.
Seven said something like,
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic.
I guess if I would have just kept clicking, we would have known, but my dumbass had to go find it.
Could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck? And the forest of knowledge is the library? Then
yes.
Could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
Yes.
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Nope. Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts.
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain the theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything June had told him. Oh man. There goes an hour of our time.
Priestess, an Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster, they called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain.
Ah, yes, Lord Gordain. Now I remember. Hard U and run. Ooh run. Ooh run. We say U and a hard, unlike English speakers. Maybe is closer to that than a double O? Run? Run?
According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, Beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
Let's go get her. Ace stared off in the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. Oh, yes. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together.
Have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter.
If this boy starts talking about aliens... Is my cousin married? The one that I do book show with? Yes. Yes, she is. I guess 00 it is then. That sounded wrong. Okay, 00 it is.
Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields.
I haven't actually
and
seen
then
that
frozen
picture.
instantly and uniformly, giving
Never
ice
ran it.
crystals no time to form.
I haven't actually seen the picture for today. I haven't. Oh my god, Instagram did like updated their shit weird. Oh, yep, yeah. Yeah, her road trip. Yep. Luckily, I hope I'm not going anywhere for Christmas. Anywhere. I'm gonna park my ass right here and we're gonna be playing some games. It's starting to sound like aliens. Alright. I missed what he said. The object to be frozen is super cooled using magnetic fields and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. Okay.
It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
Sex things? I get it, Ace. I totally get it. You have a kink with ice.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Oh!
Space travel? Are you serious?
Now we're talking aliens.
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. Cryogenic freezing?
Okay, I've heard of cryogenics. I do not remember this part at all. I do not remember this game going the alien route.
It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an
Are you
eyebrow.
saying that Alice was frozen using that CAS thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and CAS were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities.
She's just
The melting
sleeping.
point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
Could Alice be one of us?
Quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You think Alice axed the captain?
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered.
No, it was totally suicide. Axed to the
But
chest.
if he was
Classic
murdered,
suicide.
then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door
I guess.
1.
Yeah, that would be pretty difficult. I don't know about impossible, but it would definitely be difficult.
That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1.
It was an accident. Oh yes, he tripped and fell on the axe. Jeez, X, what do you expect from this guy? He doesn't know about hieroglyphics, but he's supposed to know about cryogenics. Like, Junpei goes, like, back and forth between being, like, genius and being, like, borderline first grader. It's incredible.
Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Accident. So bad. Junpei thought for a second.
Nobody.
After Santa and Lotus used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with me in June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, 7, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, 7, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those three to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work.
Hey, Chris, welcome. How are you?
Only gone 5 minutes.
How's it going?
No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors.
Secret doors.
The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
How everyone be? I'm doing well. I'm doing good. It's been a lazy Monday. I finished AJ's Operation Shia picture, but no spoilers on that. And then we're playing some 999 and apparently talking about aliens.
All ice. Alice, is she really somewhere on the ship?
Yes. Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his
Maybe
hand.
this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge. And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
How are you, Chris?
We'll come back
How
to
was
this
your
later.
day? What did you do? Alright, we're gonna table that. He gripped the key card tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. For another day. What the shit? Oh, that's the thing for... Where was that? Was that in here? Yeah, this. The control panel for the electric lock. It looks like it's got some sort of keyhole in the bottom right. Maybe this key I got earlier. Sweet. Just put the key in and now it's on. Junpei, look, there's a minus sign on the screen. There's 8 of them. Probably means we're going to put in 8 digits. Do you think you can figure it out? 8 digits. Fat Knuckle, welcome! Thank you for the biddies! Where would you like those biddies to go? Oh, also, Spell, since you were gifted a sub by Fizz, let me know where you want your sub money to go towards. Destiny 2 or Borderlands 2. Fat Knuckle, for December we're doing the 12 hours of Christmas, so instead of a game that I can finish in one sitting, I'm just playing 12 hours of a game. You want Borderlands, you got it. These are still labeled Night in the Woods and Pyre, so this is very confusing. I need to fix that. Borderlands. Let's do like a... There. There we go. Thank you. Doki Doki Literature Club, Fat Knuckle, is December 15th. There's an event that you can, if you go like up top and it says like videos, there's a tab that says events. Click on that and then click on the one that says Doki Doki and say like, fucking remind me. Thank you for more biddies! Where do you want those biddies to go? Spell, where would you like your sub to go? Can you repeat that? I didn't hear it. Sure thing. So, Spell, in every month, we've been doing this thing called Binge Day, right? So I pit 2 games against each other, and then when you support the stream, or like when Fizz gifted you the sub, I'm gonna let you do it because I don't think Fizz is here. Whenever you support the stream, you get to pick which game you want to support, and then on a designated day, it's December 22nd this time around, I play that game. Oh, Fizz is here! Fizz, Spell can choose? Okay, that solves that then. Choose. Yes, so. Say she's voting. Say she's voting for Destiny. Okay. Thank you, Fat Knuckle, for the biddies. Thank you, Seishi, for voting. Anyway, so normally it's a game that I can finish in 12 hours. But this time around, since I recently was gifted Borderlands 2 and Destiny 2 was free, I'm going to pit those 2 against each other and then just play 12 hours for whichever one wins. Fat Knuckle, more biddies, thank you! Where do you want those to go? Who's voting this time? don't know what this code is supposed to be. 8 numbers is asking a bit much. Boggsy Poo! Oh, can I start calling you that? Boggsy Poo? Boggs, is your vote. Yes, Boggsy Poo it is. Do you want Destiny 2 or Borderlands 2? Fat Knuckle is gifting you Borderlands. You got it. Boop. Borderlands is winning. Definitely Borderlands. I've seen too much of Destiny lately. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Spell. Now Borderlands is way winning. Add bits for the win over and over. Just rack them up. Shit, I still need to do that. I need to watch my ads. Okay, what could these numbers be though, you guys? Hold on. Thank you for more biddies. Who's voting this time? Brief story, get the key, camera. Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 So basically, we gotta play with... we gotta play with this boy. Nope. We don't need that anymore. Shit, which one was it? This one. We're gonna play with this one. Well, my computer just isn't about them, so I watch them on you for mobile. Oh, thank you. And I'm typing one-handed for reasons. Baby reasons. Baby reasons. Hashtag Borderlands. Borderlands for the win. Are we frozen? No, it was just me. It was me. You're holding your BB. Okay. More biddies! Thank you so much, Fat Knuckle. These bits and last bits. Who's voting? Who's voting? Squid. Squid, it's your turn. It's your turn. Okay, so we gotta translate, this from whatever it's doing into, numbers. You want Destiny. Okie dokie.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, thank you for the resub. Happy 2 months. Which game do you want to support? Oopsie. Rescinded? Oh no. You trying to sway the random vote you're giving out, Fat Knuckle? Thank you for the resub, Chris. Welcome back to the Mira Superheroes. I hope you continue to enjoy your time here and continue to enjoy the emote. We're voting for Borderlands. Okie dokie. Wow, Borderlands just racked up a ton in like a split second. Incredible. Mira's on to me. Okay, so we're supposed to take the word 0 that's on the TV screens and convert it from this mess to actual numbers. There's 36 letters in the alphabet, right? Is that right? Or 35? Oh, let's just do letters to numbers. Because that would make my life easier. A cipher. Thank you for more biddies, Fat Knuckle. Whose turn is it this time? Decrypt. That didn't work. Invalid format? The hell you mean is invalid? I use the alphabet, yes. Man, your website can screw right off. I just literally want like a list. Thank you. There we go. Somebody's paying attention. Okay, that's not right. Oh, but if you add 0 through 9 though, that would bump it up. So this one plus 9 then. 26 plus 9, 35. And then E would be on this chart 5 plus 9, 14. R is 18 plus 9, 27. And O, 15 plus 9 is 24. Okie dokie. You feel like you're chaotic good here. Just constant interruptions with money. Yes. Spell. Spell is your vote. Fat Knuckle gifted you 2 biddies to designate to whichever game you want. Did you say 36 letters in the alphabet? No, no, I definitely said 36. It's because they added 9 to it. Okay, so 30 more biddies. You are chaotic good. Thank you for the biddies. Okay. 35, 14, 27, 24. Then what? What? I just did it. Oh, I have to hit enter. I'm a dumbo. Ugh. The same as before, Borderlands. I like it when you guys stick to your vote because then I can predict it. Like, Julie was hardcore all the way for Pyre, so anytime Julie did something, Pyre. Who hasn't voted yet? Chris, did you get to vote? So, first person to spit out a game wins. Ready, set, go. There, motherfucker, just let me click the buttons. Borderlands. Cookie said bore. I think that means Borderlands. Thank you, Cookie. Oh no, that's the wrong number. There we go. Borderlands is way in the winner. Way in the winner? Yeah. Good English, me. Good job, Junpei. We did it. Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Thanks for all your help, Ace. Let's go. Yeah, I know it's unlocked. Let me out. We did it. Another sticky note down. Electrical skateboard told me he wants Borderlands too. Those stupid bots. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. I enjoy donating money and then voting on games not in the poll. You do, Fat Knuckle, you do. I don't know that I would say I love it. But there wasn't a good outcome last time, I suppose, yes?
All right.
But then I have to play more games. Junpei ran to the corner and took off down the straightway. He ran and ran and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
That's the next door. Wait,
he made straight for it. He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down on his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for A-Deck.
Nice. We got ourselves a map.
What's wrong?
I got to be a map. Tony Hawk Pro Skater Project 8. You know, I think I saw a puzzle like this before. That translates to Destiny. If I remember right, if you do the puzzle just right. What the fuck even is that game? I used to actually have Tony Hawk like Pro Skater 4 or some shit for like the GameCube. Like, worst game ever made. Terrible.
I found a map for this floor.
Project 8 was also terrible. Is that the new one that came out that everybody was like, look at me clip through the floor though? He showed Ace what he had snatched from the wall. He looked at it for a long time, long enough to determine what it was, and nodded. With that, he began running again past Junpei.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
All right. You were obsessed with Tony Hawk growing up? Really? I only had the one because my mom got my GameCube off of eBay, and it just like came in a bundle with some games. So that just happened to be one of them, and I played it a bunch as a kid because I had it. Like, why the fuck not? Terrible. So terrible. Couldn't get any good points. I was a terrible skater. You stood in lines for 4 hours to meet him? That's really cool. Tony Hawk the dude is actually pretty sweet. Games, not so much. That's actually really cool though, Fat Knuckle. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him.
Where's Clover?
Oh my god, this girl has got to quit disappearing. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
What the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob.
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, trying to hide something. This girl's got bulgy pockets. Oh, and nice nails. She's got, like, great nails.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this?
Yes, Fat Knuckle, this is the game with Lotus.
A note.
A note?
Team Lotus. Spell, you're slowly coming to know that every man in this chat is Team Lotus.
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
What the hell? Let me see it.
No, not right.
You've never played a visual novel? Interesting. I love visual novels. Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hall, he heard Ace's voice.
Clover, what are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad.
Clover
I'll
shrugged.
show it to you later, all right? Come on, we gotta hurry.
Before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Around the corner and off down the long stem of the L. You've never really enjoyed them, but Miro's heroes are the shit, so I like coming here. You don't pay attention to the game? We don't always play visual novels. This is like the best visual. This is like the visual novel of visual novels, though. This one is just the best one, story-wise, in my opinion. Junpei was curious, but there was something else that bothered him.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note. Jeez, what are you thinking?
Was that the big mystery anyway? What was it? That big a mystery? Oh, that I play visual novels, or the game's mystery? What mystery? I think you were playing a horror game when I found you, maybe? I don't remember. I don't play a lot of horror. Maybe Never Ending Nightmare? White Knight kind of is horror-ish? You're really into watching horror games till 1 a.m. They're your favorite. I love horror games too. I just typically can't play them because I'm a pussy. Team Lotus. Oh, Team Lotus. Yeah, that's not a big mystery. Not a big mystery at all. MLP. MLP. My Little Pony? That is a horror game. That is a horror game indeed. Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran after Clover. Wretch. My Little Pony's so gross. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
Big stairs. Huh. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
It was just like he expected to see after reading the map. His I see after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace? Did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh,
where the fuck
there
did
he
everybody
is.
go?
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus
Really?
as well.
Let's join them.
Everybody's here. It's a party. Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B deck at the same time.
Jumpy, Clover.
Thank you for the biddies, Fat Knuckle. Where or to whom are these going? June's back. June's face was excited. Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
I don't even care anymore. Let's put it on Destiny since Destiny is behind then. How's that sound? I like to play by that. Can we find Lotus? She's here. You said you didn't care. What's up? Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about the sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it.
Found what?
We found it.
What did you find?
Oh my god, what did she find?
We found door 9.
Oh, okay.
What?
Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way.
Okay.
Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs.
Well, if that's the case.
Wait for me.
Here's some Lotus. I'll give you guys some Lotus time. Here you go. Read my mind correctly this time. I think you want Destiny. I'll put it on Borderlands. Thank you for the biddies, Fat Knuckle. I'll put it on Borderlands. Oh, that'll make such a nice number too. 1010. Oh yeah, look at that. That's good shit.
We should get going as well.
The rest followed.
Jumpy! We finally made it!
A relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them had felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe that they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was.
We reached the end.
What, you think they misinterpreted the 7? He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. You knows what? What's really fucking weird? ASMR? Yes, agreed. There's also a lot of like really big Twitch channels that are ASMR, and I don't understand. I don't get it.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2? Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30.
I'm ASMR? Oh god, I'm so sorry. You got through 5 seconds of one and felt like a fucking weirdo. It's very bizarre. We do not want to understand, but we understand. I mean, like, I get it. I get what's happening. I just don't want to take, it doesn't do anything for me and I don't want to take part. It makes me just kind of make this face. I'm putting you to sleep. Merps herps? Oh my god, no.
We've only got 90 minutes left.
Got 90 minutes left.
No time to wonder about it now.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Santa's voice jolted June out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy!
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could. Junpei followed. We're on the fast track now. We are not on the Titanic, we're on its sister ship, the Gigantic. The sister ship, so it's like built exactly the same. As a group, they piled into the elevator and rode impatiently down to E deck. It looked familiar. The metal grate between the 2 elevators, Seven grabbed a hold of it and began to talk.
I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly, there ain't much to explain. After we split off from you guys, the 4 of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us toward the bow, and eventually to the number 6 that you 2 found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, toward the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
That's right.
So, in other words, you kinda did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Tomb Raider 2? I can't do Tomb Raider. I can't do Tomb Raider, even worse than Destiny or Borderlands will be. But thank you for the biddies, Fat Knuckle. There's so much more to this game. It's actually quite long. It's very long. I'm gonna put those biddies on Destiny. 2 more biddies for Destiny. How's that sound? ASMR used to be a legit way to calm down and sleep. Now it's a serious creep fest. People munching on food, opening plastic bags, moaning in the mic, breathing in it. I mean, seriously, people, what the hell? So what was the original way? What were people doing? What was the activity? Was it just talking in the original stuff? The internet can devalue and pervert anything to this point. Oh no, I believe it. I mean, you don't like hearing awkward chewing and moaning? The only ASMR thing I've ever liked was like this thing that was called like a virtual haircut, where it sounded like you were getting your hair cut, but it was like 3D, so you could like tell where the scissors were doing stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good use of stereo.
So, where's the number 9 door?
Over here.
Seven began walking down the hallway that led towards the stern. Junpei and the others broke into a jog to keep up with him.
By the way,
they'd been walking for a while, and June in silent step with Junpei when she spoke.
You know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Huh?
That all 7 of us are going to door 9.
What?
You don't get it? Santa, 7, and Lotus, what's their digital route?
9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they'd wanted to.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them.
Wow, idiots. They were going to leave. You jackasses. 7 and Lotus were gonna leave everybody behind. Just kidnap Santa. Yeah, you can post a link. Is it gonna be weird ASMR? Nope, it's gonna be a picture. Aww, she passed out. That's adorable. That's beautiful. That's hands-free. That's hands-free baby napping. I feel like though, if I were the one to do that, I would like sneeze or shift just a little bit, fucking drop the kid. Like just straight down that hall, swoop onto the floor. That's really cute though. Thank you for sharing. A haircut thing is not ASMR? Okay, never mind then. Original ASMR had a lot to do with calm sounds, tuning your brain to activity for sleep, alpha, beta, delta waves, that stuff, using special sound effects and frequencies. I see. That sounds way better than the stuff that I've been hearing, so yes.
He said, we can't leave June and the others behind. That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you.
It becomes second nature to purposefully not drop them. I would imagine so, but I'm a fuck up. Your dad reflexes are on point. I love seeing those videos. Like, my favorite one is where, like, the dad's napping on the couch. Like, napping. Dad is out. Baby, like, mom is sitting there too, but baby starts to fall. Dad catches baby, like, before mom can even react. Just like, bam, got that kid. That's just the best. Junpei felt his eyebrows knit at consideration.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
That wasn't what that said, but it's fine. Junpei and June, perhaps June had sensed Junpei's concern.
I don't mean that 7 and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind. We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
Is that so?
Good night, Cookie. Have a good sleep. Congrats again on finishing your paper. I hope your other 2 classes go just as smoothly. You're not graduating or anything. I guess it's just like finals. I don't know how graduate school works. But sleep well, Cookie. Thank you for being here. 7 suddenly stopped. In front of them stood a door.
Is this...
Yeah.
Junpei couldn't see 7's face, but he could see him
There's no
nod.
other place for us to go.
Nope. Just look around.
Yep, finals, and you'll graduate in May. Okay, so yeah, like you have like 1 more semester then? That's not bad at all. Have you already been in school that long? That seems like too long.
There's a big
not
old
long
iron wall
enough.
at the end of the hallway.
That's only a year, right?
The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
It looked as though 7 was right. The door in front of them was their only choice.
All right, let's get moving.
Let's go. Let's go. He pulled open the door and walked in. Junpei took a deep breath and followed. It appeared that they'd been telling the truth. No way. The first thing Junpei saw as he entered the room was that number, 9. Like all others, a rough thing made out of red paint. The door it decorated sat on the back wall of a rectangular room. Yes, favorite daddy catch. Oh my god, yes. I love this one because like it's not even the dad of the kid. It's a save from somebody else. Oh, it's great. Oh, it's so good. Junpei ran up to it.
The 9 door.
A large double door with a powerful styling. We met when I was finishing my undergrad last winter, then doing a fast track for my master's. 3 semesters total, summer, fall, and spring. Oh, that's cool that they do a fast track for you then. I didn't know that was a thing. I think I just smashed a PS4. No, it's fine. Nice, okay. I thought that all masters had to be like at least 2 years, but I'm glad that you get out earlier. It was a large double door with powerful styling. Something about it was almost majestic, and it made the red paint look especially garish.
We're finally here.
Okay, good night for real. Good night, Cookie. Junpei grabbed the handle and shook. It didn't budge, but then he hadn't really expected it to. Then why did you try? The red was bolted on the wall next to the door. The display read
No doubt
vacant.
about it. This is door 9.
He's lost it.
Oh, finally! This is the last.
Junpei felt a flood of emotion wash over him. He felt a chill run down his back and his chest tightened even as the blood began to boil. There was a moment of complete
Junpei,
silence.
Look behind you.
He turned
Behind?
around.
What?
Junpei could scarcely believe what he saw.
Why? A door. There's another one?
Oh my god, there's two.
Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here?
You finished your first in 2 years full time, but second in 2 years plus a summer half time. You did, wait, you have 2 masters? And you finished the first one in 2 years, and then your second one took you 2 years and a summer? Is that right? Oh, but a summer time of only doing half time. They take lots of different timelines. Okay. He would feel really stupid if the door were open and he'd never tried it. Okay, alright, true. Fair enough. His words came slowly and his brain struggled to understand what he'd seen. On shaky legs, he made his way to the second 9. It was a smaller door set parallel to the door they'd come through, but in the other corner of the room. 9. There was no mistaking the number, and if there was more proof, and if any more proof was needed, a red was bolted on the wall near the door.
There's a red there too. That means... And of course it won't open.
I have rads to redeem, yet nothing with which to redeem them. I know. It's on my to-do list for January, because January is my 1-year stream anniversary. So we're supposed to be having a party. I want to figure out what to do with rads, which will probably involve resetting them again, because Fizz broke them on accident. So, but figuring out what to do with rads, having a party, and making some, I have some new alerts coming, maybe a new like stream thing. Reset my rads, unsub. Thank you for the biddies. I will put those on Borderlands for you. I haven't decided. I don't know what to do with the rads. There's no like good thing to do. We talked about like doing a wheel, but I don't know what to put on the wheel. I don't know. He grabbed the handle and shook the door, not because he expected it to open, but because he had to make sure it was real.
Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Ace who spoke first.
Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one?
Mod for a day would be absolute chaos in this chat, so probably not. My mods are already chaos.
It seems unlikely.
What makes you say so?
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them.
Mod the knuckle. Uh-oh, now we're starting a riot. Cookie! Cookie, get out of here! Cookie, go to bed! Just let me buy my way into mod with bits. No. I do appreciate the biddies though. I'm letting you buy gameplay with biddies because you're choosing what game, right? That's kind of mod. Cookie's here. Riot. Cookie's just here for the riot. We haven't done a riot in a really long time, actually. They're full of puzzles. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle. Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero's going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room.
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before. I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Well then, that means...
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
That's a good point. Uh-oh, Grumpy Bean is awake. Why is Grumpy Bean awake? It's Bean bedtime.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Barb, I know you don't mean it to, but it almost looks like a pedo bear. Junpei began to mutter to himself.
So there are 2 number 9 doors. If we split it up right?
That's not gonna work.
Junpei blinked. He looked up at Clover. She held out her hand.
You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them?
Yeah, here.
Oh, bless Boggs. Slightly confused, he pulled them out and handed them to her.
look at this.
You were doing so well. Bless Boggs. It happened. Clover opened the notebook to a blank page and set it down on his desk. We need to have like a Boggs sneeze counter for the month or something. Everyone else gathered around her to watch as she wrote down a series of numbers. Oh boy, she did the math for us.
You get it? The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit. There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So,
If 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right?
yeah.
Clover nodded, almost as if she seemed pleased with herself for solving this difficult math
No
problem.
way.
Oh, it's time for some dots. We got some dots. It's Team Dots. The room went very quiet. Silence lay across everyone like a thick, heavy blanket. No one spoke. Their faces were blank. Will it involve one super sneeze every 100 sneezes, though? Oh god, I hope not. Hey, there are the dots. Desperate for something else to look at, Junpei turned his eyes to the room around him.
What is this room?
The walls were covered in candles. The wavering flame made the shadows of Junpei and his companions look as though they were dancing. 2 rows of wooden pews
It
filled
looks like
most
it's
of the
set
room.
up for some kind of ceremony, but what kind?
Between them was a strip of rich red carpet. It's a wedding chapel. Carpet ran straight through the room, ending at the door that pointed to the stern of the boat. At the other end of the carpet,
Is that an
it's
altar?
a funeral pyre. Are these? Is this a cult thing? It's a cult thing. It was a recessed space set into the wall between the 2 other doors. Sitting on it was a raised section of the altar was a coffin. A coffin. A coffin. Alice?
Coffin?
Could that be you?
No, it couldn't possibly be.
But if it wasn't, then whose body occupied it? That was as far as Junpei wanted to pursue that line of thought. He decided not to think about the coffin for the time being. Woo wedding chapel. What kind of super candles are these to still be burning after hours when they've spent faffing about this trap? They faffed about. I like that a lot. It could be Crayola crayons. Those are said to have burned for hours. They're on the edge of humor to his voice, but it was forced.
Okay, I give up. I figured if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer. But I guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
What are you talking about?
Junpei didn't understand, and he wasn't the only one.
You guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine. Let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong. She just... screw it. Let me just write it out.
Oh, okay. I like how it sounds like we have a Sharpie to do all this math with. Everyone else clustered around, desperate for a look.
If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though.
Aww.
If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Wait, this means...
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that. Even if he hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying?
Yeah, I am. I'll stay behind.
Oh, it's exclamation time.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot?
Oh my god, she loves him. She loves him. Lois was the first to speak. That in itself was a little strange. She'd reacted much differently than Ace when Ace had
No, I'm
volunteered.
completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
The rest of them began to speak all at once.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
Uh-oh.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero.
Finally, they quieted down. Junpei looked at
Well,
Seven.
there you go, 7. Proposal denied.
Denial. 4 more days until Super Smash. Oh. Is it really that close already? It's only 4 more days until Katamari Damacy. Lotus, notice me, senpai.
Clover's right. There's
just
gotta
wants
be a
7.
better way than this.
She likes them big boys. 7 made a noise that was somewhere between a derisive snort, and a cough.
Doesn't make any sense.
He was doing his best to pretend that they were making a foolish decision, but Junpei could see the twinkling of water at the corner of Seven's eyes. That was when Santa spoke.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Until then, Junpei hadn't realized that Santa had stayed quiet through this whole discussion of Seven's fate. Thank you for gifting a sub to Lotus. Lotus, whoever you are, welcome to the Miro Superheroes. I hope you enjoy your time here. This poor person who owns this username is going to come in and be like, the fuck? Welcome. Sorry. Bunch of horny dudes. Something in his voice made Junpei uncomfortable.
Agreeing? You want to leave him here?
Santa shook his head.
I'm against it. I don't want to leave Seven here alone.
Then I don't see how it matters.
I said alone.
Huh?
I said I don't want to leave Seven
Oh my god.
alone.
Say it again. Maybe Junpei will get it this time. There was a dull shine in Santa's eyes. They were cold and hard. Junpei felt himself shiver.
What the hell are you?
What? You don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including Seven. I'll be leaving behind 3 people. That's my proposal. No.
Santa! You know him.
Those are my orders.
What do you mean, orders?
Lotus is in stream. Welcome, Lotus.
What the hell makes
Welcome.
you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you?
Fizz gifted you a sub. Oh, and there's a cat here. That's nice. Fizz gifted you a sub. Welcome to Miro Superheroes. Enjoy your emote and your sub badge. I hope you enjoy your time here. Welcome. I'm so sorry for my goobs. Hello, cat. Oh, you're so big and fluffy.
You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
What?
3, 2, 1.
What? Santa was so fast, Junpei could barely see him. When he moved, it was almost like watching a dance. His feet moving like lightning. He spun and... Alright, that's one way to do it. He had
See?
June.
I told you.
Motherfuckers, why would they leave 3 people instead of 1? Yeah, I don't know. Fat Knuckle, this game is about... Basically, if you've seen the movie Saw, you know what this game is about. Her lips curled into a cruel, mocking smile.
What?
A shudder traveled down the length of Junpei's spine. His chest froze, and he could feel his breathing go stale in his lungs. Nothing made sense. Junpei felt as though his head were about to explode. Kitty butt. Also, where was this skinny bitch stashing the cannon? What? Oh, this dude. Where was Santa hiding his gun? That's a good question. In his scraps. They were definitely in his scraps. This game's about Secret Hitler? Not quite. No. Santa's sudden change in attitude, saying that he needed 2 more. This gun in his right hand, a revolver. Santa grabbed June from behind and pressed what Junpei's shaken brain identified as a revolver roughly against her temple.
What the hell is that?
Where on earth could Santa have possibly found a gun? Junpei's question roared in his mind, but his mouth refused to ask him. Seven spoke, almost as though he had sensed Junpei's confusion.
The gun's from the other room.
What room?
One of the rooms behind door 6. I should have known he was gonna do this. I should have taken the gun.
Well, it's too late now, fat ass.
Thanks, Santa.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ. Mixture of fury and frustration twisted Seven's face as he glared at Santa. Seven, for his part, didn't so much as flinch. The corners of his lips twisted slightly into a slightly wider smile. Then the smile faded and he began to move. He walked backwards, dragging June with him. Before long, his back was resting against the door. On the wall next to him was the red. He put his hand on the scanner panel quickly, then forced June to do the same.
Now, time for you to start following my orders.
The prison pocket. That gun is a little bit too big. It's a little bit too big, yeah. He might have pants pockets. I don't know that we've ever seen his pants.
Ace, Lotus, congratulations. Put your hands in the red.
Yep, that'll do it. That was what Santa had meant when he said he needed 2 more.
Hey, you deaf? I gave you an order.
Santa's eyes narrowed to slits. He glared at Ace and Lotus. They stared, frozen like deer caught in headlights on an oncoming car.
Fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it.
No sooner were the words out of Santa's mouth than his hand twitched, and the gun roared. A section of the floor exploded, shattering wood and wooden splinters across the floor. A thin plume of smoke snaked out of the hole in the floor. There was no doubt that the gun was real, and it worked.
You really but why? Santa, why are you...
Fuck you, Santa! Clover's voice spoke of betrayal and disbelief.
Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends.
What?
That's why he's been so quick to react emotionally. He's been really uncomfortable this whole time. Is because he had a gun up his butt.
You knew about the leaf
That'll do
words
it.
and the four-leaf clover.
Santa's tweak twitched almost imperceptibly.
What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea.
You're lying.
Shut up. Just shut up, you stupid bitch. You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head?
Well, flecks of spit flew from Santa's mouth as his face twisted with rage. Clover recoiled, her eyes wide. When she spoke, her voice was very small. He snorted and shook his head vigorously and then turned to face Ace and Lotus.
All right, assholes. What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets.
That's a shiny
I don't have
ass
all
gun.
day. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
Ace and Lotus still didn't move. It almost seemed as if they couldn't move. June's face was pale behind Santa's arm. Her eyes were wild and her chest heaved with very quick breath like an animal cornered by a predator. Junpei's mind worked furiously. What were they going to do? Then he realized something. There was nothing they needed to do. There was nothing to debate. June's safety was the first priority. That much was obvious. Doing as Santa commanded meant she would be safe from at least 2 threats. She wouldn't be shot, and she would leave the ship alive, along with Santa, Ace, and Lotus. There was only one thing for Junpei to do.
It's the only way.
He turned to Ace and Lotus.
Go.
Huh?
Heaving chest, yes.
No way.
Jumpy, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy. And so will Clover and Seven.
But you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out. Right, Seven?
Right. You just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
She still wants to find her brother.
No, you can't! Ace, Lotus, don't come over! Don't worry about me, please!
June was almost crying. Junpei walked around behind Ace and Lotus. He gently placed a hand on each of their shoulders. He pushed them towards the door. They almost stumbled, then righted themselves and took another step, and another. They turned around, and Junpei nodded.
All right.
Fine.
The cat sat on my desk on top of everything. He gave no fucks, just plopped himself down. He does do that. That's his favorite activity, is to just get right in the fucking middle of everything. I couldn't do art this morning for like 2 hours because his ass was on my desk and he would not leave. Every time he left, he came back within 4 minutes. Hey, Julie, welcome. Hello, hello. After what seemed like an eternity, they stopped in front of the door marked with a 9. Santa smiled.
All right. Now let's get those hands on the scanner panel. What's the holdup? What? You think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit.
Julie, best girl's been kidnapped.
The red doesn't need a person, you know? All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again.
Good old Santa. Lotus is best girl. No, absolutely not. June is best girl. He shoved the revolver harder against June's head and she winced. Ace sighed, defeated, and then placed his hands on the scanner panel. Lotus glared at Santa and slammed her hand onto the scanner panel. Lotus is oh yeah, Julie, you missed it. Fizz gifted a sub to somebody on Twitch named Lotus. I feel so bad for them.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. As soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens.
Santa's grumpy because they found the 9 door. Junpei could almost hear Lotus's teeth grind. He had a gun up his ass. He also might have had a gun up his ass. He made an account. He is Lotus. Fizz, is it true? The door slid open. Door number 9 opened at last. It opened with a low, powerful rumble, a drum roll to welcome the chosen few.
Go.
Fizz, did you really? Lotus and Ace walked through the door, their eyes furious but defeated. Santa waited until they were all inside and then hauled himself and June across the threshold as well. No? Why does that no not seem 100% convincing? You don't need to do that? I figured, like, Lotus is a common enough word that I would not be surprised if somebody had that username already, so. After exactly 9 seconds, the door swung shut. The gust of air created, that it created caused the candles on the altar to flicker and die. You can find an account for anything. There's so many accounts. It's true. The room fell silent. Junpei, Clover, and 7 had been left behind. So quick, let's do the math. What do these boys got? A 7, a 4, and a 5. Plus, what missing number could they get through a 9? Clover looked down at her hands and then traced with her finger the faint blue veins that crisscrossed them. 7 shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. Silence in the air felt thick and oppressive. Desperate for something, anything to occupy his mind, Junpei walked to the larger of the 2 9 doors. Funny story. What's your funny story? I would love to hear it. He stood in front of it and looked at the red. Couldn't possibly be... Oh, maybe the guy who died. Maybe. Maybe. Said engaged. He moved to the smaller door. Vacant still?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Julie. Mr. Macarbro, thank you so much for the resub. Happy 2 months. I hope you continue to enjoy your time here and continue to enjoy your emote. Welcome back, Mr. Macarbro. Julie, I'm so sorry. Digital root of the remaining people was 7. Oh, Mr. Macarbro, which game would you like to support for binge day? Our choices for December, for the 12 hours of Christmas, include Borderlands 2 or Destiny 2, of which I will just be playing 12 hours of the game that wins. It's the 12 hours of Christmas. So let me know what you would like your sub to go to, Mr. Macarbro. Very unfortunate sub. Digital room of remaining people was 7. There was no possible way for them to open the door with a 9 on it. Junpei touched the surface of the door.
June.
He thought about June, about Akane Kirishiki. Was she safe? That was all that mattered to him. If she was alive, if she had escaped this horrible boat. That was what Junpei prayed for. 7 came up next to him. He pulled off his hat, scratched his head and sighed.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
How do I choose? Destiny. You got it. Destiny it is. Thank you again for the resub. The kind of unfortunate resub. I don't think I was in stream for Mr. Macarbro's birth. But I have heard a bit about it, I think. Yes. I'm gonna have to buy a PC Destiny, aren't I? Perhaps. Perhaps.
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
7 opened his mouth to respond when... Oh, Lotus would like to vote for Destiny. Okay, alright. That's not Destiny. Thank you, Fizz, for speaking on Lotus's behalf. Hey, that made it even. Hey. All right, back to normal, Julie, now. That's fine. A noise echoed through the room. Time for you to sleep. Okay, Fat Knuckle, have a wonderful night. I hope that your baby sleeps through the night. Julie, was it you? Maybe. Maybe. It was her. I hope you have a wonderful night, though, Fat Knuckle. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for all the biddies and all the support. I hope you sleep well. Someone was pounding on something vigorously. It wasn't mechanical. It was certainly human. Junpei and 7 looked at one another. What the hell was that?
Quiet!
Clover motioned to 7 to be quiet. She put her finger to her lips and closed her eyes in concentration. three of them listened, trying to determine where the sound was coming from. A coffin.
Where is it coming
Excuse
from?
me.
Could it be?
Dun dun dun.
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
I was coughing the word coffin.
You're right.
Ha.
Let's open it.
What are those muscles for? For show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Wheezing. The coffin.
Just shut up and try!
Do it. Junpei and Seven grabbed a hold of the coffin. They tried to get a good grip on what little purchase they could find and pulled with all their strength.
Damn it!
It won't budge. It's got some numbers, though. There's some sort of keypad attached to the coffin. Its purpose would not have been difficult to determine. With their eyes were almost immediately drawn to it.
Another one?
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so.
Let's just ignore the keypad. It's not important. I'm sure it doesn't open shit. The noise wasn't stopping. In fact, it was getting louder.
Or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
You think it's Lotus inside? My money's either on Alice or Snake.
I know
Or the
that,
ninth man.
but how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
They couldn't even tell how many numbers the passcode needed.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, let's look for one.
Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be anything near the coffin. Clover ran to examine the pews, and Seven investigated the desk, but they turned up with nothing.
There's nothing here.
Give
Not
me
making
Snake.
this easy, are they?
Who's Alice? Julie. Julie, shame on you. How many VODs have you missed? Alice is this hypothetical person that was an Egyptian priestess whose corpse was preserved, like, 100%. She looks like, she's still alive, just sleeping. It was preserved with ice 9 or all ice, so she doesn't like decompose. Her coffin was put in the Titanic. It was recovered when the Titanic sank. It was bought at auction. And then it was placed in the Gigantic by Lord Gordain, who bought both the boat and Alice. It was allegedly put inside the Gigantic. And it's just this lady who's dead but doesn't decompose. This game is fucking wild. It is wild. It's so fucking crazy. It's great. Anyway, and we got a key card to the library, where Alice supposedly sleeps, so. It wasn't a noise that belonged in the room.
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How
Maybe
can we
the
figure it out?
banging would help you
I
out?
need something.
I was a 6. Well, I guess that's where we leave it for today. I'm so sorry, you guys. I took us down the wrong path. And this is the ending that we got, unfortunately. Had this been our second playthrough, it would have been the true ending, but I missed the fact that it has to be your second playthrough in order for you to continue. So this is the end for now, but we get a flowchart. So we're just gonna have to do another playthrough. That was fun. No, 0 was not Santa. Has multiple endings. We have to play it more times. So we've got that. Oh no, I just saved over the, no. Boo. I saved over the one that was funny. Okay, so here's where we start. And this is the 2 branching doors, right? And we're gonna unlock all this boy. We're gonna lock this entire boy. Don't you worry. So we got this end. This means that we can't pass it until we've done other things. So we will do that. And I think we'll probably do like Oh. Maybe we should do like the 3 false endings next. And then the safe ending that we need. And then the true ending would probably be the best way to do it. We will be doing another one. We'll be doing another one. We're going to start. Let's see. Where should we start? I guess we're going to start at the beginning. Because last time, yeah. We're going to start at the beginning. We're going to go through 5. We're going to unlock this. Then we're going to go through 3. Sounds good. And we'll unlock that whole route. I think that sounds good. My next stream for 999 will be oh, we've got a cutscene. It will be Wednesday, 7 p.m. MST, and we will start over and take a different route, and we'll see what we can do. There'll be more Lotus, there'll be more June, there'll be more of the best girls. What do you think? What is this cutscene? This is our ship. This is where we're trapped. The good thing about the flowchart is we can skip stuff that we've already done. So it'll be super handy. We can skip like the whole beginning bit and dive right into door choices. We should just be able to...
Ow, Scott! A bed?
Hold on, how do I... Yeah, this one.
I felt pretty far. Damn. No, wait.
Just makes so many noises.
Where am I? Wait,
I don't understand. Are these buttons supposed to do something?
That's 5. What's this? 5. What's this? Hey! Hello? Is anyone there?
So we want like here. Yes, that. There we go.
I thought we would.
We should.
Oh my talking! You really only got
Here.
Very well.
Alright, we're gonna choose 5.
Thanks.
correct.
But
But,
who's going to...
oh yeah, all 8 of them.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
This is
Wait, I'm
the
telling you now.
decision that
Call me
we
whatever. If I'm going...
had to. We stopped at the first end of the
Sorry.
first stream, so
Hey,
ha!
man, do you
We've
think
gone
I'm
full circle.
Yeah, doesn't
Oh my god, stop
Oh.
talking.
Fine, I can't get anyone.
Oh,
What?
don't worry. You'll be fine.
There you go.
We may...
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to
I like how Snake is like everybody's favorite character. He's literally in the game for like 0.5 seconds.
If I join you, the problem is solved. 7 is 7, and if you add
7 the digit.
How does this
Oh,
button
the four
supposed
of
to
us
work?
can
It
go into...
doesn't actually
what about-
skip anything.
Lotus, Arbor, 8. 8 plus 3 digit.
It's 4.
Add up.
Then we...
Yeah.
So the 7, Lotus.
Are these beyond? Of course. Should I? Or should I?
All right then. It's C. I'm.
Where...
The door.
Which?
Okay, we're gonna demand that it has to be 5,
Hey, wait. I want to go through door 5 too.
and that's where we're gonna stop. Cool beans. Yes. Okay. Oh, memories of the escape. Interesting. Scuba Steve? Oh my god, this music. No. Quit. Yes. I don't know why anybody would want to relive that. Okay. We are done for tonight. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. My next stream will be Wednesday, 7 p.m. MST, so same time as tonight. Then we'll have another 999 stream Thursday, and then we have Pyre for binge day on Saturday. So I hope you guys will all come to cheer me on for that. It's going to be a long one. I'm very excited. So is Julie. Thank you guys so much for the stream tonight. Let's go ahead and do our credits. I don't see anybody online for raiding just now, so we'll just go ahead and call it a night. I gotta work on like finding some more people to go say hi to. People have either like, because of the time change, nobody's on when I'm done anymore. You have a suggestion for raiding. Where's my? There we go. I do need more people. Fizz, send them to me and I'll check them out and maybe hit them up next time. Fun Girl has no name. Okay, I will check them out and why did the music stop? And see if they might be someone that we can raid in the future. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm always open for suggestions on stuff like that, guys. So feel free to let me know. Sorry I missed most of the stream, but it was fun while I had it. It's fine, Julie. I highly recommend, though, that you catch up on the VODs so that you know what the hell's going on, because it's only going to get crazier. Even, you missed everything. You missed everything. The VODs will be up. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Let's do our thank yous real quick and I will go ahead and say goodnight. Mr. Macarbro, thank you so much for the 2 months. I really appreciate the support. Fizz, thank you for gifting a sub to Lotus. You guys are a bunch of fools, all you. Lotus, welcome to the Mirror Superheroes. When you find this, I hope you enjoy your time here and your emote and your sub badge. Fat Knuckle, thank you for all of the biddies and for the lovely picture of your kid. Chris, thank you for the resub. Happy 2 months. Spellcaster, thank you for the host. And Fizz, thank you for gifting a sub to Spellcaster. Spell, welcome back to the Miro Superheroes. I am a fool. only a little, Julie. We love you for it. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will see you all Wednesday for more 999. Until then, dream of all ice. Yes, Julie, go do that right now. Go do that. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye-bye.